Hello. Thank you for joining me for today's video, my very first free flow reaction to the teachings of What is the Light by Master Elmancio Godson, whom I adore. May the blessings be. You all know that I want to hear your thoughts, right? Spill the beans, share in them comments. You know the deal. Subscribe, smash that like button. My name is Enyo. I'm going to be sharing a little bit of information on myself and my journey today. I've been on a spiritual journey for the past 2 decades and have moved and dabbled through many of the spiritual schools of thought, from the main religions to much of the esoteric sciences, from the Sufism of the whirling dervishes, of which I swear I was one of them in a past life, to the wisdom of the Toltecs in Mexico. Have done some insane things like going into the 5,000-year-old caves with my Mexican teacher and performing healing practices and meditations that were performed by the venerated ones that came long before our group of exuberant seekers, myself included, and many other crazy things that I've done in the pursuit of dancing with the invisible. Yet throughout the years, there's always been a void at the foundational level, almost like building a house without a foundation, right? While you can still erect the building, you have the frames, etc., the walls, there comes a point where it all comes crumbling down. I will go much deeper into that subject point in another video. That's a whole nother business. These teachings, though, of our ancestors, the ancient Egyptians, through the portal of our teacher, Elmancio Godson, were monumental, still are monumental for me. His methodology of focusing on the first principle of things to be able to recognize and affirm their true nature was revolutionary for me. And I believe also for all of those flocking to these teachings. You see, the sheer power of the concept of the first principle of things, properly tapped into, gives you a way to be able to engage the different aspects of creation in harmony with the divine intention of those aspects of creation. I mean, after all, our maker, the all God, whatever you choose to call it, is the paramount artist. These teachings can help us to achieve our highest capacity, first as human beings, planetary beings, and cosmic beings. These teachings have been earth shattering for me, and in many ways has helped me to be able to experience what is meant by the saying that the truth will set you free, even just upon hearing it. These teachings, I feel, move through my blood, move through my system, like helping me experience different levels of joy and awakening. Throughout this journey, I will be sharing all of the madness and the magic with you, and hope to be able to hear yours and be inspired by you. Sometimes along this journey, I don't know if you guys feel the same, but it feels like you have a split personality. One to deal with Caesar's world and all the preconceived limitations, and then the other to constantly be affirming the sacred and the magical world as the root of all the worlds. These teachings move me so deeply and so profoundly because through them, I feel I can arrive at my own way of processing how and why the world is sacred and magical, which is sometimes maybe something hard to hold on to in these crazy times with all that's going on. With all of these spiritual schools of thought, all of them do teach the ancient wisdoms through all the different lenses possible. But for me, they remain on the periphery of all of the important questions that we ask about life. Often you arrive at the core of a thing just to get back to square one. you know, as my teacher would say, often we don't ask and are not told the why of things, the first principle of things, the thing without which a specific thing would not be that thing. I know it's a bit much, bear with us. Take the video on the light, for instance. Imagine how having this understanding and perception of the light as presence and creatively applying this understanding could radically transform a society where depression, suicide, and loneliness, especially amongst the youth of today, are so prevalent. If presence is the light, which it is, then you can see the importance of community and the importance of human connection, or the wisdom of our ancestral practice of the extended family structure versus the nuclear, right? The importance of us, despite all this technology and social media, making time to come out and actually connect. There's something to be said, of course, always for each side of anything, the pros and the cons of one way or another. But Today, we're supposed to be more connected than ever. We have all of these means and ways, like I said, through technology and quote unquote modernity, and yet it's moving us in different directions than we think. I believe that when one starts to anchor themselves in the wisdom of the ancients, it reveals the natural harmony and flow that is everywhere present in the seen and the unseen worlds. And that to align with this knowledge and wisdom is to begin to dance with the divine invisible that is, to me, everywhere, obviously manifest. And it is a sacred dance, the dance of who am I? What am I? Why am I here on earth? How do I find my purpose? Imagine, though, that all of the contemplations of your soul take place before what you are seeking, which is your maker, which is also seeking you within you. Each question is like a dance move. You dance one part and then you surrender to live and experience the response from the universe. It happens through your dreams. It happens through weird serendipitous circumstances, or you walk past a homeless man and he whispers something, or the quote unquote homeless person, and that whisper is a response to something that you murmured to the invisible a week earlier, right? But now the question is, are you engaged? What does wonderment confer to the soul and to the mind? Does it still take your breath away to see a flower bloom, or are you busy worrying about how you're going to pay your bills, right? These teachings initiate, to me, a dance within you. Your world becomes one where you could step out of your house and a breeze blows and caresses your skin. You feel a presence. You feel as if it's a message from the unseen scene, and you connect and you're in the flow. Or you walk past a group of trees and the leaves seem to blow or bow to you as you walk past in recognition, almost like namaste. I have found that these teachings open the gateway into the realm in the field of innocence. Within this field of innocence, the world is constantly renewed. And this renewal offers you the possibility of freedom, of sovereignty, of transcendence. And those, my friends, are gifts that once attained and received cannot be taken away from you. And I say attained because you do have to work, receive because then you have to surrender to allow the awakening within you of all that you think you're seeking, that is, it's knowledge you already have. This is the reason why so many are called, but few are the ones who will choose themselves for these higher levels. These gifts have been placed within you, though. And although it may feel that you must climb the Mount Everest inside and outside yourself to reach it, I mean, go figure, but it is within you. That's it from me for now. Thank you so much for joining me. Until we meet again, may you live your blessedness. May the light be, may life be, and may the blessings be. Until the next time, au revoir.